Primarily located in the plains of North America, prairies are known for their dense vegetation of various types of grasses and shrubs, as well as moderate rainfall. Prairies are the result of combined interactions of precipitation, temperature, water drainage, landforms, fire, plants, and animals. Prairies are categorized into three basic types: wet, mesic, and dry. Dry prairies generally have good drainage, which prevents soil from retaining water. A wet prairie is very moist due to poor drainage features, creating a sort of marshy environment. A mesic prairie is somewhere between these two extremes. It is ideal for agricultural use because it retains a good amount of moisture, but not enough to smother its vegetation.
Prairies untouched by humans only exist in small isolated locations in Midwest America and Canada. Because of their pristine nature, these untouched prairies have earned the title of the virgin prairies. With an increase in industry and agriculture, fewer prairies were left unharmed by human interaction. Restoration has become the key to preserving these ecosystems. A major technique of prairie restoration is controlled burning. Burning these fields returns nutrients to soil, promoting future ecological success of these prairies.
Just give up on this. Yeah. How close?
One prairie that has been restored through controlled burning is the Curtis Prairie in southwestern Wisconsin, a 75-year-old restoration project. This is a 60-acre prairie composed of Indian and blue stem grass.
Found within these prairies is a large variety of plants and animals, such as June grass, little blue stem, porcupine grass, burrowing owl, common snipe, sandhill crane, American toad, Canadian toad, blister beetle, carrion beetle, badger, pronghorn, etc. Devastated prairie ecosystems are being restored to their original state. This is done through replanting and repopulating the various species that once lived there. The final result of a restored prairie is the creation of a beautiful, natural landscape.
Soil erosion is a significant natural cause of prairie deterioration. Soil erosion causes the loss of nutrients, water storage capacity, and organic matter, reducing overall soil productivity. This loss of nutrients in soil makes it extremely difficult for vegetation to grow. This is also a key reason as to why grasses often do not regrow in the prairie. When these conditions become sustainable for plant life, flora will develop, such as wildflowers, warm season grasses, blue stem, switchgrass, Indian grass, rattlesnake master, compass plant, and sagebrush.
Sagebrush is usually a big thing found in prairies. It's actually edible. It's a herb related to sage, kind of is sage, and it'd be really good in mashed potatoes.
These grasslands also provide a home for a variety of animals, including birds, rodents, deer, and bison.
Through educating the public of the significance of losing prairies, we can move towards the goal of preserving virgin prairies and recreating lost ecosystems.
Conservation programs such as the American Prairie Foundation are working towards these goals. Their mission is to preserve America's grasslands for future generations by acquiring large private tracts and linking them to existing public land. When these fragmented public and private lands are connected, the result will be a continuous land devoted to wildlife and open to public enjoyment.
The U.S. government began to take interest in preserving the environment in the late 1980s and created the National Environmental Protection Agency. This led to the bureaucracy of assessing the environmental impact of the United States and then limiting the amount of environmental degradation that can take place. This led to many subsequent laws such as the Endangered Species Act. A major step forward in the preservation of these grasslands was the Endangered Species Act, which was passed in 1973. This gave the government authority to take possession of lands for the sake of conserving endangered species.
The Endangered Species Act was very beneficial to the preservation of prairies. This is because the prairie dog had made it to the endangered species list, warranting the protection of its home, the prairie. By limiting hunting and prairie destruction, the prairie dog population was sustained, which helped to balance a fragile ecosystem.
Contrary to popular belief, setting fire to the prairie not only has many benefits, but has been a primary factor in sustainability since their origin. In the beginning, lightning would set natural fires to the prairie. This removes dead vegetation and litter, encourages decomposition, and increases soil nutrient availability. It also increases soil availability, which attracts a more diverse animal and microorganism population, which promotes the growth of tall grass. In modern days, people are the agents controlling fires. These controlled burns are done over large areas and have a scheduled burning rotation of 4-year cycles on adjacent fields. Another technique that has similar results is the scheduled mowing of the grasses.
Second only to human destruction, invasive species pose a major threat to the future of a prairie. Invasive species are plants and animals from a different area. Since these species have not evolved in the region, they have no natural predators, which allows them to overpopulate. An example would be the wild taro, which is a plant with large leaves that prevents the grasses from gathering adequate sunlight for photosynthesis. Another invasive plant is the cat's claw vine, which densely covers the ground, suffocating other vegetation. Invasive grasshoppers and caterpillars can devastate large portions of the prairie as well.
In all of North America, only 1% of prairies are still in existence. If this trend continues, prairies will be non-existent. In a matter of years, this will not only destroy their beauty, but also the ecosystems that rely on them. Several plants and animal species will become extinct. Mankind has destroyed these luscious prairies, and only we can rebuild the rolling grasslands.